Food stamps are supposed to help people in need, but Fox 11 Investigates has found that some people receiving benefits are not using them. Instead, they're using them like savings accounts. Some people with balances as high as $14,000. And it's all legal. Fox 11 Investigates' Robert Hornacek has more on some big taxpayer paid-for balances.
There are more than 400,000 families in Wisconsin on the federal FoodShare program, including Mario Metoxen from Green Bay.
For me personally, I think it's a great thing for me and my son because, me and myself, it really helps and I need it.
Metoxen says he receives more than $500 a month in FoodShare. Jessica Campbell is also on the program.
I get about something.
About 300 something?
Yeah.
Metoxen and Campbell both say they usually use every penny of their monthly allotment. But Fox 11 Investigates found some people are using the program like a big savings account, racking up thousands and thousands of your tax dollars.
It's just stunning. I mean, it's not something that should happen.
That's the reaction from State Rep Andre Jacques after we showed him the findings of our investigation. FoodShare balances across northeast Wisconsin topping $4,000 and $5,000. And that's nothing. We obtained documents that show a FoodShare recipient in Green Lake County has more than $12,000 in the FoodShare bank. A Milwaukee County family has nearly $13,000. The biggest bank in the state belongs to a family in Douglas County at more than $14,000. What do you think of that?
It's terrible.
Campbell was shocked by the numbers.
That should be cut off, Obviously, they can pay for your own, means and taking care of themselves. State don't need to take care of them.
That's wrong. If they're not using it, it's clear thing of abuse of the system, I think.
So who are the people running these huge balances? We don't know. The government does not release the names of recipients.
Somebody in Green Lake County has a balance of over $12,000. Mm-hmm. Could you believe that number when you first heard it?
No.
Shelby Jensen oversees the FoodShare program in Green Lake County.
FoodShare is a federal program, so it's guidelines that we have to go by. It's not like somebody comes off the street and it's like, oh, I could use $250. It's not how it works.
Under the federal rules for the program, recipients are allowed to carry over their balances for 1 year. So if they don't use the money, they can save it and use it any time within a year. The choice is theirs.
I think what people have to realize is that we administer the programs, and I can't tell somebody how to manage their food stamp dollars. If they want to carry them over for the whole year and use it for something that is their choice, I can't tell somebody how to use those benefits that they were entitled to.
Jacques says while the big balances may be legal, he doesn't think that's how the program is meant to be used.
Should somebody be able to rack up thousands of dollars in a balance?
That's just it. If this is really meant to fill a need, then whoever is receiving the benefit should be able to utilize that from a month-to-month period, or at least with a little bit of carryover, not into the thousands of dollars.
Does it show that some people are getting benefits they don't really need?
I think absolutely.
Fox 11 Investigates went to Madison to find out what state regulators have to say about the balances.
It's something we follow up on, but it's not really a fraud flag.
Alan White is the Inspector General with the Department of Health Services, the agency created 3 years ago to look at waste, fraud, and abuse. White says the agency investigates any balance above $5,000, but he says they typically find a reasonable explanation.
When you see those large $5,000, $10,000, we're assuming when we look at it that they are large families that are just, like I said, they may have other sources of obtaining food. They may go to food pantries. There are some people that don't like to be using public assistance, and they use it as little as they can.
White says his office is more concerned with fraud than with people who carry big balances.
Fraud is misuse of money. People may be getting more services than they need or that they choose to use, but they're eligible for it. And as I said, we would look more to people who misuse the card rather than fail to use the card.
Meanwhile, Shelby Jensen wants to know more about the big balance in her county.
I don't know why it was not looked at.
But you'll find out.
I'm going to find out.
Is it possible this person's dead?
I don't think so.
Is it possible that maybe they moved away?
It could be that. It could be that they moved away and maybe are not here. Or it could be for who knows what other issues.
Whatever the explanation, Jacques says something needs to change.
Douglas County, $14,496.84.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
It's just, I wouldn't have believed it, no.
Should something be done about this?
Oh, absolutely. Every program should be looked at to make sure that we're doing things as well as we possibly can.
So what's the next step? Jacques says he wants to find out whether the state can put its own limits on the amount of benefits that can be rolled over, and he plans to introduce a bill to address the food share balances next session. We'll keep you posted on its progress. For Fox 11 Investigates, I'm Robert Hornacek.